Okie dokie. Everything looks pretty good. Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. It's Thursday afternoon. It looks like a beautiful day outside. It's my day off, Thursday. Definitely going to play a league with Soulherder here. The list has felt fine. Nothing's really been bothering me. Haven't had any real motivating observations, like towards changing anything. Still have kind of a toolboxy approach. We've got the Deputy, the Skyclave, Uros, Stonehorn, Thassa, Ewit, all these different options that we can go grab with Eladamri's Call. I think one Teferi is still fine. It's a very powerful card. I guess maybe possible that I could trim like Watcher to get another Teferi in the list. But again, Watcher has been great in some spots. It can generate tons of value if you have Soulherder or some Ephemerates. Just keep getting really good cards from Watcher for tomorrow. Sideboard has felt fine as well, so not too much to talk about as far as the deck is concerned. I've just been nonstop watching election coverage for like the last 3 days and starting to rot my brain. Yikes, that was pretty loud. Sometimes I forget to mute my mute my speakers on my system, and somebody will follow me or subscribe me, and it will go biddly-doo, like really loud all of a sudden. But anyhow, whoever that was, thanks very much for the follow. Let's go ahead and jump into the league. I think the last 3 streams, it was 3-2, 4-1, 3-2. The last stream in particular on Monday was very strange. We got a bye in round 2. Opponent just sort of opted out before we even opened, game 1. They just had to go. And then I beat Heliod Company, which is very, very difficult. And I beat some Jeskai control deck. And as far as the losses go, I think I lost to like Mardu and Jund, like 2 decks I should be great against. Hey, Snuffle Guy, thank you very much for the good wishes. Opponent starting with 7. I'm on the draw, and unfortunately have to start the league with a mulligan. But that happens sometimes. It's all good. I mean, all right, let's see. Eladamri's Call, much better when we have Ether Vial, so I might just want to hang on to that. I think Glasspool Mimic might be the bottom here. It's very slow as a land. We've got 2 drops. And Ephemerate, I think, is just going to be preferable. So we'll keep this. And we'll bottom Glasspool Mimic. Normally, Magic can be a little bit stressful. Whether, you get good hands or you flood out. But compared to the stress of the past few days, this is hopefully just going to be like pure therapy. Just like, can't deal with this election nonsense anymore. Things could be worse. I shouldn't really complain since we seem to be in a good position. Some very important states are seemingly moving in the right direction. Pennsylvania, Georgia. Nobody's talking about North Carolina, but it seems like it could be up for grabs. This looks like an Uro deck that I'm playing against. Not super poorly situated against. It's the turn 2 Uro. Fair enough. Not too much I can do in response. Can't counter it. Can't cast Path if I draw it off of the snake, so I'll let Uro resolve. The opponent's going to gain some life and going to play another land. So good turn for the opponent, but they hadn't really done anything up to that point. Our Ether Vial is continuing to tick up. I actually think getting Eladamri's Call off here is probably preferable to the snake. You know, just seems like shields are more likely to be down now, and I can just vial in the snake on the opponent's turn. Oh, I'm sorry. Did my camera freeze? Let me check that out. Oh, that's annoying. Let me try to start this over. Sorry, guys. Oh, well, hold on a sec. Let's see. Okay, maybe that's better now. Hopefully that fixes things. So, I mean, Eternal Witness probably the way to go here. Just, you know, value. Unless I draw green, I can't cast it. But, you know, we do have this Ether Vial ticking up. That Path is great. I was kind of hoping to draw one of those. It's just an excellent play against Uro. So now we could look to Vial in, Ice Fang, and potentially Ephemerate it. Probably should have used that window to just play the Hallowed Fountain tapped. I doubt I'm going to have to use all my mana on the opponent's turn. So, slight misstep there. Is the camera working okay now, guys? Okay, opponent going pretty hard here. Oh, is this fine? Oh, this is Niv Mizzet. I hate it. Oh, Hour of Promise. All right, so this is something that I might be able to counter, though it seems unlikely. Hour of Promise. I don't even have like anything I can do as far as but I can at least Ephemerate the Ice Fang Coatl. Okay, so we drew an Uro. They're going to get Field, I'm sure. We're going to have access to Deputy in conjunction with Ephemerate, so hopefully Field, not that big of a deal. Eternal Witness can get Eladamri's Call out of the graveyard. Definitely going to use this opportunity to Ephemerate, just to get a little bit further ahead on cards. Another Ephemerate. It's pretty good. Actually, I could have Ephemerated again. Also could have stacked this, so but I don't think it really matters here too much. Drawing a card is pretty good, and I just drew the Deputy, so that's pretty amazing. Okay, so the deck seems to be cooperating. Opponents are going to play Uro next turn. I think just deputying the zombies seems fine on their end step or something. Maybe during combat. I'm not sure it matters too much. I might just play Coiling Oracle and then hold up double white, like Path plus Ephemerate. I'm a little bit sleepy, but generally on top of things. Opponent, one of the things they fetched was a fetch land, so they can crack these things and get more zombies. I'll try to keep the time pretty close. I'm about a minute behind at this point, but not really doing too much at the moment. The opponent is moving to escape Uro here. Could also Path, Ephem, get Path back. Sorry, not Ewit, Violin, Eternal Witness. Going blue, blue, green, green. Opponent's got 8 lands, so they could have like Uro plus Cryptic, something like that. It looks like they're tapping their lands very carefully here. So this is going to resolve, and then in response to the triggers, I will attempt to path it. And we'll see how the opponent responds. Okay, just resolved right away. Interesting. Opponent with 4 cards in hand, 5 cards in hand at this point, because they drew a card off of Uro. I think I'll just Violin. Like, there's no reason to take extra damage here. I'll Violin Deputy. If they have some removal spell, hopefully our Ephemerate will be good enough. If that all doesn't work and the Deputy gets like killed with a lightning bolt or something, then we can just get him back with Eternal Witness next turn. So, I mean, they might as well just have bolted my Deputy, right? It's kind of weird. So that's going to resolve. Poor choice by the opponent. Okay, cracking and now going for another play, I guess. Weird. Yeah, I play Uro, but I'd be down with it getting banned. Is this going to be like a Lightning Helix that this is okay. And then what is happening here? It's very unclear. What? All right, I'm just gonna block this dude. That was so weird. I don't think my opponent is like top tier. Okay, seems fine. And I guess I might as well Ephemerate now. If they hit the last card in hand is Path, that would be kind of ridiculous. Not the last card in hand, but if one of the 4 cards in hand is Path. Oh my god, it's not Path, is it? Jesus Christ. I just blew myself out. That's ridiculous. All right, there goes my Deputy. Womp womp. Opponent apparently outplayed me despite appearing to not really know what they're doing. All right, well, at this point, it's going to be hard to fight. That was loose. Hey, Cactus, welcome. So fighting for my life at this point, since I just punted all sorts of in all sorts of ways. Might as well get my own Uro going. I mean, the game is by no means over. We can still get can actually escape Uro now, which is nice. I was going to say we can get Stonehorn, just prevent their attacks. And we've got double Eternal Witness, which is always a good place, to be. Oh, wait, my bad. Let's make blue. Opponent with the perfectly timed. Do want that Path to Exile. I think I'm going to have to get rid of one of these. Yeah. Okay. Nope. So I'm not blocking with this guy, so I might as well just attack. Yeah, but they could have just bolted my Deputy of Detention, and then none of their zombies would have left, because Deputy has new templating. So if he dies before his ability resolves, like nothing ever leaves the battlefield. Opponent putting something on top, probably Path. I'm tapped out, so if they can draw a card right now, I'm going to lose one of my Uros, which is annoying. I guess these decks are running Path to Exile. It just wasn't really expecting that. Okay, so they've got their own Uro. It's going to draw that Path to Exile. This is kind of a silly matchup. And I'm kind of waking up. Definitely could have made a couple of better decisions in this game. I could have just not tried to ephemerate my deputy right away. That was unnecessary. Again, by no means out of it. It was still a minute behind on the clock. But they're going to start swinging for a bunch of damage soon. Get to Violin, Eternal Witness, get back Path of Exile to deal with their... Also, this is a Loam deck as well. I think that they just dredged Loam on their turn. All right. Got the first round jitters today. All right, opponent going to get in for a big chunk of damage here. I don't really think blocking does much for me yet. Just stopping 2 points of damage, so this is going to come through. They've got another Mystic Sanctuary coming to get this Path to Exile, which might just be my undoing. But let's see how this goes. So it kind of needs to chop deck. I was kind of stupid with how I escaped Uro. I had an Eladamri's Call in the graveyard, but I just drew the Stonehorn Dignitary, which is what I wanted Eladamri's Call for. So let's just go ahead and try to get rid of Uro right now. If they... yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're going to stop their attacks with Stonehorn, start getting in the air. We've got up Path plus Ephemerate, Eternal Witness, and 16 turn clock from here. Yeah, I don't like Field of the Dead either. So we got Ephemerate and then like Eternal Witness to get another Ephemerate. If we need to protect this Stonehorn Dignitary. We do have a Flying Clock. I think that we've exiled 2 of their Uros. We've got a Path to Exile still in the graveyard. And I am not going to rush any Ephemerates like I did last time and let them blow me out with another Path to Exile. So just taking things slow. Okay, opponent plays Mystic Sanctuary, putting Path to Exile on top of their deck, getting another zombie. And it's on top of their deck right now. I'm not going to play the Eternal Witness at this point. The only creature that matters as far as attacking goes is the Ice Fang. Okay, well, another path is reasonable. So I should probably, do the Ephemerate fight right now, rather than let them untap and gain more resources, I think. Opponent with 3 cards in hand. If they have a path in hand, as well as the path on top of their deck, which means I'm going to lose my Stonehorn here anyway, I think, but next turn. Oh, I can path one of their creatures and make them search and see if I can mess them up. Oh my god. Get out of here. So ridiculous. Alright, that's the end of the game. So they had access to 3 paths that game, extremely timely Force of Negation, double Uro, early Field of the Dead. So I could have played that a little bit tighter, but opponent kind of had it all. Ashiok is really, really excellent in the matchup. The deck is mostly spells, so bringing in the last force seems pretty good. I guess Winds of Abandon is probably a good choice. Gives us another way to fight. I don't know that I need a 4th Path to Exile. I do know that I need to trim 6 cards at this point. Skyclave doesn't seem awesome in the matchup. I don't know. He deals with it. He deals with an Uro, which is nice. I trim at least 1 Skyclave. Deputy, obviously very important. I think I can trim a couple of calls. Maybe I don't need all 4 forces if I've got the Veil. I mean, I have a lot of cards that I want to keep in for the matchup. Maybe Soulherder is a little bit too fragile to things like Lightning Bolt. And against a Path deck, I think I can afford to trim Glasspool. I don't know. Glasspool has been a weird card in the deck. I don't think there's been any situations where I've just been like massively impressed with it. I don't think I've ever actually called for it. Like if I need mana, like calling for it and playing it as a tap land is like so crazy slow. So opponent kept 6 last time. Sorry, they kept 7 last time. I mulliganed to 6. Keeping this hand, opponent seems to be thinking about their opening 7. Approximately a minute and 15 seconds behind. I don't think this will go to time, but it did use about a third of the clock in that first game. And the opponent just had everything they wanted in that game. They had a very slow opening, but it didn't really affect them. Turn 3, Uro. I think they had the turn 4 Hour of Promise, if I'm not mistaken. Are they going to force this? No, no force. Okay. Tapped land. We're going to take our Ether Vial up. Right. Okay, that's a nice tool to have, as well alongside these double ephemerates. Thalia. I mean, Thalia doesn't have any ETB ability, so if we start getting into that territory, it's like, well, do you mean in the sideboard, I guess? Could be okay in the sideboard against spell-based decks, but I feel like we have to have better choices. Right, well, the deck is drawing well so far in this game. We're just sort of expecting the opponent to tap out for Uro. In response, we can just cast our Path to Exile. If they go for a Lightning Helix, I'm just going to try to ephemerate. No reason not to in this early part of the game, I think. To Fairy, eh? Well, not a lot we can do about that at this point. So, oh well, they're going to try to bounce our Ether Vial. If they can do that, and then I can just attack to Fairy down, that just seems totally fine. Ephemerates are going to be staying in hand for the time being. They're tapped out, so I don't want necessarily to... So I guess I use mana here to cast Ice Fang Coatl. But do I do it in response to Teferi? It might change what he does. He might just tick him up to 5, in which case maybe that's good for me because I just deputy him anyway. All right. I think I start by doing this. Now that was a good one. So these are going to go on the stack. I can make Ether Vial go first and then kill Teferi with the Skyclave and then cast these this Ephemerate, I should say, singular. I think that's how this works. I'm still trying to learn to get better with stacking like Vial triggers. But let's see how this guy plays this here. Oh no, because he's going to bounce this now, so I'm not going to get that Ephemerate trigger. I am going to get the trigger, but I won't get to cast it. But I will. I'm just going to attack to Fairy down and then replay my... Yeah, this is not bad at all. It's actually pretty good. Okay. Don't have a 4th land to play, which is a little bit annoying. Do we want to go for a Ladamri's Call? I mean, I don't think so. I think I'm leaving up Ephemerate and Path here. They're going to force this now? No. Okay, we pass the turn. Not a bad spot. That Teferi just basically cycled for 3 mana. I guess it did reset the Ether Vial, which has been relevant in some of these control matchups recently. Exactly 2 minutes behind on the clock. Opponent hits their 4th land and just passes the turn. So I'm fine with that. Okay, well, we do draw that 4th land. Not exactly the 4th land I was looking for. We haven't seen any forces yet in this match. Opponent with the untapped breeding pool. It's Factor Fiction. Returning and drawing a card. This is kind of funny. I feel like I should just Eladamri's Call now. But what am I even getting? No, I'll just continue to be patient. If they tap out for Hour of Promise, I'm going to Ephemerate Snake. I can't force anyway. I guess I can hardcast Force if I draw it. Okay, he hit the green, which means now I can... All right. So we'll say no here, and then I'll Eladamri's Call for something good. All right, so they've got their field and Mystic Sanctuary, but Mystic Sanctuary doesn't trigger, I think. Or is it going to trigger? No, it doesn't look like it. What? Interesting. So I just use this opportunity to like get Thassa down, start generating value, and replay Ether Vial. Meh. Okay, let's play this. Let's crack it real quick. Opponent thinking if they want to force it, kind of strange. All right, so now Thassa, I mean, on board, she can tap things if I need her to tap things. Okay. Mystic Sanctuary. Okay, Cryptic, going on top of their library. I think I'm sort of fine going for like an attempted ghost block here. Making them use some of their resources to fight over this. Remember that Cryptic is on top of the library. Okay, that's totally fine. I kind of like getting lands here. Green, green, blue, blue. Doesn't really matter. Okay, that went well. No blue cards in hand. Let's go to attacks. Blue card. Nice. So you know the opponent has a Cryptic Command in hand now. I'd rather not pitch Ashiok, but we'll see what happens. This is okay. Now we can cast Ashiok and fight over it, which seems nice. They might have a force on top of their Cryptic. They've just been saving this Force of Negation forever. Okay, there we go. Well, you know, the opponent didn't have a counter spell. Well, they didn't have the force then. Let's see if they have this now. Okay, so we're doing pretty well, I think, here. A little behind on time, but this game should be turning a corner pretty quickly. We've got a nice graveyard. I can go get back like Force of Negation. Not exactly sure what the opponent is doing here. They have another Uro. They obviously can't escape it. I can just get rid of it with Ashiok. Oh, Thassa is alive now. I don't even keep track of that. That's funny. The opponent could definitely have a path here. They're pathing their zombie. I'm gonna let that go. I don't think the opponent knows how Deputy works. Where's my stack? Is the opponent conceding here? Looks like they're conceding. All right, so I think we got game 2. All right, so that game took like 7 minutes, and I think I have like 9, maybe 9.5. Thassa coming alive there. Something that I have to pay attention to with Thassa is that Ashiok contributes double devotion. Soulherder is always fighting with time. Not me. It's Soulherder that is fighting with the clock. We have fortunately had Ether Vial to sort of mess with the opponent's resources. Like they bounce it with the Teferi, they bounce it with Cryptic Command. Let's wonder whether I kind of want Soulherder in the deck. Like, what would the cut be here? Don't know that Worship is that amazing, but maybe it is. Maybe it is, because I think I'll just run it back like this. And I think Thassa was the correct call with that Eladamri's call. Okay, opponent using their sideboarding time. Apparently they didn't like what they saw that game. All right, looks like we're ready. Okay. We don't have snakes. We don't have a blue card for force. We don't have Vial. It's an interesting hand, but I think mulliganing is fine here. Yeah. Now, I don't love keeping one land, but I think Ether Vial is worth it. You guys can argue with me, particularly when it gets forced on my turn. All right. So now if we can draw a blue card and counter an early Teferi, I think we're sort of doing okay. We've got snakes, and really any blue card here is going to be a good hit for us. Okay, didn't quite get there on the blue cards. So, oh man, this is rough. So now we need to draw like a Skyclave Apparition. Oh, well, we dodged a bullet there. They could have gone Uro, in which case I probably would have wanted some white mana to path it. Okay. Oh, okay. And that is, I feel much better about where we are now. Yep, I could have played the fetch. It's true. It was a big risk playing the Hallow Fountain tapped. Not like it was an unnecessary risk, and I would have played it differently, I think. I think I go blue white here for now. Well, it's a little bit awkward, but not terrible. Now, if they go Hour of Promise, we do have the Force. Untapped. I wish I had Veil up. I think I might have messed up by not getting like extra green here. Ether Gust. I have no problem going. Well, yeah, I think top here is fine. Still just passing the turn though. I could play Coatl on my main phase, try to hit a land, but then I don't have Force up, so I think I'll just pass. So we path here, they try to force it, and we Veil, and... Okay, none of that. They got a land, which means they shuffled away the Ether Gust that they put on top. Because I don't think... Yeah, right. So now they're just drawing a random card. Okay, they have a field. It's making zombies already. If they go for Teferi, I think I have to force pitching Coatl. Another Life from the Loam. Interesting. Forcing that means they can't dredge it. It takes them off part of their plan. You know, I don't know that I need to force it, so let me play this snake. If I draw a blue card, maybe I'll force it. I'm fine with this. So 2 of the 5 cards in the opponent's hands are fetch lands. I'm pretty low on time, so I'm going to start talking a little bit less. Okay, so they dredged Life from the Loam. Opponent with 4 cards, almost certainly a counterspell in hand. But I'm going to go for Veil here, and we still have Eternal Witness to get things back if necessary. Okay, well, so we lose this battle. They're going to get back a Field of the Dead from the graveyard. 3 cards in the opponent's hand. They cannot escape Uro yet. They milled an Uro, which was very fortunate for them. Oh, if this resolves, I mean, we can ephemerate to get back Veil to try to counter like a Cryptic or something. They don't have Cryptic mana. Are they getting a Sanctuary? Kind of want to. Oh, they cracked their. They cracked it because they wouldn't be able to with Ashiok out. So. Field making more zombies. I think I have to let Ashiok bite the dust here, guys. I can go for the block. But I don't know that, like, I have the Stonehorn here, so let's try to block. Doesn't even matter. Hang on. I'm just going to let this go. So now I guess I have to take this up. It's a fight over resources here. The opponent has 3 cards in hand. It could be a path. It could be a counterspell. We have 1 counterspell in our hand, which we can use. And if the opponent has more resources, then we're probably just out of it. I mean, it came down to this in game 1 as well, where they were able to sort of win the stack battles. So this is look. Oh, they cracked that and they can't get anything. That's amazing. All right, so they're not attacking. They just took 1 life for no reason. We're going to get a rebound. If they don't have removal, we get to get a loop going with Eternal Witness. Okay, what do they got now? Okay, nothing. going to play my land. This game is not about bluffing one card in my hand. The mill plan is in play, but we need to draw like another ephemerate off the top or something. I might have just messed up putting her on top, but I think it might be okay. No, it's okay. I get to get ephemerate back. Are they going to counter? Oh, they're countering her? Another Ether Gust. Jesus. Oh, wait. Stop. Jesus, that was like 3 or 4 Ether Gusts. And I think we're just dead now. 3 or 4 Ether Gusts in a row. And it's exactly the number of zombies they needed. I don't know if I can make it through a whole league today, guys. These games, they take way too long. I don't think it's correct to... I mean, I have to try to get Ephemerate back with Eternal Witness. If I go straight to... it's not like I was winning the game in like one turn. So I couldn't have just Ephemerated the Stonehorn directly. I had to... oh, this is really nice. I had to Ephemerate Eternal Witness. Opponent's mulliganing to 6. They're... Oh my god. Gyruda. They're mulliganing to 5. Alright, well, we're playing against... They're mulliganing to 4. Gyruda. These guys they just want to ramp and cast Gyruda, I think. Alright, well, no ramp on turn 1. Love how these combo players just like hard F6, like they can't be bothered to pay attention to the game. F6, F6, F6. So if they play an artifact here, it's nice for us because, well, it's a caryatid, so not that nice. I was going to say something like a... Okay, so... Teferi can't bounce this thing. I can bounce my snake. Don't really want to do that yet. All right, so they're not going to be interacting with me on the stack too much. No, we lost. The opponent had 3 running Ether Gusts to mess up my blocks and to interrupt my Ephemerates. So we're trying to win kind of fast here, but I don't know how fast we're going to be able to win. Okay, that changes things a little bit because we can get Thassa and actually have Thassa be alive. Maybe I should have just gotten Thassa this turn so I could attack with her next turn. That was a little loose. I think we've lost basically. They can put Garuda into hand. They play a land. They have 6 lands to play Garuda. There's nothing we can do. I think. Okay. Well, if I had Venser, I could lock this up. Maybe I need to start thinking about revisiting Venser, but it's a weird matchup. Okay. So yeah. Game over, pretty much. You know what? Hang on. They win by kind of milling us. I think if I recall correctly, it's been a while. I could get Soulherder, just put it into play now. They don't. They can win by attacking, but they pretty much just want to win through the graveyard. Losing on a multifor. I'm gonna get Soulherder. I just want to vial something meaningful in. If I tick this up, I can go get Thassa Violarian right now. Extra blinks. I don't even know what matters because I can't counter Garuda. Don't have any thought seizes or anything like that. Can't even, like, if the opponents, they're probably not F6. They're just chilling on my upkeep here, which is weird. Teferi can only tick up. Yeah, so the opponent's waiting to see if I do anything, so they sack their Sakura Tribe Elder. Like if they were just F6'd, I could try to like Skyclave the Sakura Tribe Elder, but they're not F6'd. They're playing very cautiously here. So I don't think I have any outs. Could wait to see if they're trying to do it through combat, and then Eladamri's call for Stonehorn. And if they don't, anyhow, none of this really matters. Just spinning my wheels. Nothing I can do about this guy. He's got hexproof. There's no way to get around that, I don't think. Like, for example, like Lavinia could detain this thing, but I don't have Lavinia. Thassa can't tap it because that requires targeting. Maybe Gaia's Blessing does it if it is a mill win condition. I need to keep that in mind. Let's see if they try to mill us, and then we bring in the Gaia's Blessing. I should have probably hit a snake here. Doesn't matter. If they get like a Tarka or something, I know they play that. I can just call for Stonehorn. All right, so let's see how this unfolds here. I think they kind of need to hit here, but what? Oh yeah, they get a Watcher for tomorrow, I guess. And now I can tap down their Gyruda. I think they whiffed. I think that's what happened here. So now we go get Deputy of Detention, I guess. Well, we'll get Thassa first, I guess. Because they play clones, just getting Gyruda off the battlefield seems like a good plan. Of course, Teferi can bounce it, but that doesn't really help us too much. And I'm going to leave their Watcher, so pick this up. I think the opponent's scooping. So magically got there. You know, they did mulligan to 4, but they got to their combo condition and they just whiffed on their first mill. So if we check out Gyruda's text, each player mills 4 cards, and then they get to put a creature with an even converted mana cost onto the battlefield. So they want to hit like Phantasmal Image so that they copy Gyruda, or there's other clones that they can mill over, and I think they can also just mill over more Gyrudas that they play in the main deck. All right, well, we got a game. That's nice. So I think I am going to bring in Gaia's Blessing because it is primarily like a mill win condition. I don't think that the Path to Exiles really do very much. And Ashiok prevents them from searching their library, but I don't know that they actually search their library. Worship prevents oh god, why is my camera freezing? I have to check out why this. Maybe I just need to restart my computer or something. It's not even showing my web camera right now. Why is my web camera not showing up? Can you guys still hear me even if you can't see anything? I'll get back to that in a minute. All right, I think maybe just Gaia's Blessing is fine. I don't really think they're looking. Can you guys hear me? All right, you hear me. So just stick with me, please. I also don't think forces are like that useful. It's mostly, well, I guess the ramp spells or something. Stonehorn stops their attack win condition. Gaia's Blessing stops their mill win condition. Maybe just bringing in Worship is reasonable, since it's such a weird matchup. I'll trim one Uro since, well, and Teferi. Teferi seems a little bit silly. And we'll try it like that. I think what I have to do is I have to restart Streamlabs. But if I do that, I end my stream. Which is kind of annoying. I guess I'll do it like after this match finishes. Opponent starting with 7. I guess this is a keep. It's like, what are we? The big tools. Oh, yeah. It's a keep because it doesn't have Gaia's Blessing in hand. So this is a mill matchup, and Gaia's Blessing could possibly save us. I'm not, the way that it works out, the way that it plays out, I'm not really sure, like, if Gaia's Blessing will actually save us. They might just win with, like, beatdowns. The order here doesn't matter too much, I don't think. All right, well, that's a call for Blast Zone. Fun. All right, well, they're at 5 lands. They need 6 for Gyruda. They can't put Gyruda into hand this turn. But they're ramping pretty hard. So, if they have a Gyruda in hand, they can cast it next turn. I guess we're just going to... Yeah, no, I haven't either. So we're going to Vial in Watcher and cast Deputy. So no real, I mean, not much else to do here. I'll get my attack in. Possible, you know what, I'm not going to attack. I don't think that's the axis that really matters right now. If they do have, I forget what a Tarka does. Does it just kill my stuff when it comes in? That is a card that they can hit. All right, Gyruda from hand. Oh, Primeval Titan from hand. Huh. Okay. Did I leave in my Path to Exiles? I took 1. No, I left them in. So I have 3 Path to Exiles. Paths to Exile. I can blink something next turn with Thassa, but I'd be tapped out if I do that. All right, so it's a Field of the Dead deck plus Gyruda. So it looks like with Gaia's Blessing in the deck, maybe we have part of the Gyruda angle covered, but do need to deal with these creatures. I guess Ice Fang is like the best thing here. Glasspool can't copy the opponent's creatures. We just want to draw cards, I think. So going to, yeah, whatever. I don't know. Oh, we can go get Stonehorn now. Stops that that win condition. All right, well, the deck is sort of cooperating. Let's see if our hyper interactive deck can beat the hyper uninteractive deck. So they're not attacking, but if they have like Gyruda, they can get Gyruda into hand, and if they play a land, they can cast it on this turn. I'm very interested to see how Gaia's Blessing interacts with Gyruda. Is it just another Primeval Titan? It's an Inferno Titan. What? Well, it can't. That can't kill Stonehorn, which is kind of nice, and it can't kill Thassa either. All right, I can dig it. Give me those cards. Oh no, they're getting rid of my 3 cards in the graveyard. Should I? I guess I should probably Eternal Witness in response, right? Just to get a card back. I mean, call is good. Yeah. I guess call is just better than... maybe snakes are better just for, like, winning in the air. I keep this on 3. We cast Thassa. And the opponent Salt Scoops. Unless they have Assassin's Trophy or something, which would be pretty cool for them. Okay, well, Titans are neutralized. Zombies are neutralized. We're kind of cruising for a moment. Untapped, because why not? They put Gyruda... Okay, so we're going to get to see some Gyruda action here, I think. Or maybe not. We're just passing the turn. Interesting. Not really sure I want to vial anything in. Well, I don't know. All right, so I mean the plan is just to cast Icefang Coatl, maybe even call for another Coatl, so I probably should have just gotten the Coatl to begin with. Oh, well, they do have this Blast Zone, right? So it could kill the Stonehorn, but I already blinked it. So they're trying to tick up their Blast Zone, which is interesting. So the timing of it is going to... they already played their Bojuka Bog. I don't think this deck is bouncing its lands. And of course, we can always just call for Deputy if we feel like it, but they're not attacking on their next turn. I have no idea what's happening here. Oh, there we go. They're putting 3 counters. Yeah, so this is probably gonna... Depends on... This is a little bit tricky, actually. So they're definitely not attacking on their turn. But now I can go get Deputy, at least, and... So what they want to do is pop their Blast Zone on my turn, or like they're just doing it now. This is interesting. Are they casting Gyruda? What's happening? I guess they're casting Gyruda. Okay. Yeah. Now, I wonder if, because they're looking for clones, do I want to just use Eladamri's Call right now to get a Deputy of Detention to take Gyruda out of the picture? They can still pop Blast Zone, so I think I probably want... I don't know. Yeah, I think they're just trying to clone stuff, right? So, but... I don't know. I think I like the play of deputying their Gyruda. And now they're just messing up because, see, they're just cracking this to get rid of this guy now. Thassa is not going to be just totally unfazed by this. So this is perfect. So now I can get Deputy. I'm going to Deputy their... oh, but then I guess... No, it doesn't really matter because they can copy Inferno Titan. Inferno Titan will kill... I'll just get another Eternal Witness. Or maybe, I don't know, Uro, just for eventual card advantage. All right, so I'll get the Deputy and we'll sort of see how it goes. I think they hit another Gyruda. Okay, so they get one more. They hit another, what? Okay. Yeah, okay. There's another Gyruda in there. Okay, fair enough. Oh, Sire of Insanity. At the beginning of each end step, each player discards their hand. What? I gotta get rid of that guy. Yeah, let's get rid of that guy. Not discarding my hand, amigo. I should have gotten Ephemerate first. That was silly. Losing my mind. I actually think I want to draw cards here. Or maybe I just get Ephemerate back. That's probably the safest thing. Yep. And now I can Ephemerate to get a blue card to pitch for force, so... It's another Primeval Titan, or Inferno Titan. Okay, this is fine. It's gonna get another Blast Zone, maybe? Do they have 2 Blast Zones? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no. They got a Radiant Fountain. Okay, feeling a little desperate, are you? Yeah, they're super F6'd. So, if I get Soulherder, I can eventually get it like super swole. So what do I want to get here? There's Soulherder. Let's get Soulherder. And eventually we start getting Ice Fangs and we win in the air. Okay. Now we have Force and Ephemerate. They have no reach, right? So just attacking cleanly in the air here. We get double blinks. So let's go Eternal Witness and Stonehorn. And we'll get that Ice Fang Coatl back, increase our clock in the air. Yeah, Cactus, this is a kind of an interesting situation. And they don't even know about the Gaia's Blessing that we have in the deck in case they like... I don't know if this deck is trying to mill. I've played against a version where I've lost to the mill win condition. Is this another Primeval Titan? That's hilarious. All right, bring them zombies. Bring them zombies. You know, maybe I just get Soulherder Gigantic here just to show them who's boss. And then I can just get rid of their Sire of Insanity on my turn. So go to the end step. Make 15, 18, 18 Soulherder. It doesn't even really matter. It's all about the air at this point, I think. But I'm not ruling out playing that at some point. So still no reach. It's a slow, painful death for the opponent. I kind of want to thin the deck at this point. Get rid of some lands in the deck. Yeah. Fine to just pass the turn. Go Stonehorn and... it doesn't matter. Just draw some cards. Should probably play this other Ether Vial. Wormcoil Engine. Well, we do have a Path to Exile right here, so that thing's not going to last very long. Wormcoil Engine. You know, I can just like start pathing all their stuff. That's kind of fun too. Just cause. I think I'll do that exactly one more time right now. So many triggers. Maybe I should back off these triggers, actually. This is a little bit ridiculous. Okay. I think I just need to get a bunch of attacks in with the Ice Fang. So I'm going to stop messing around at this point. Keep the Ephemerates in hand. Just F6 on my turn. Just make sure that we get our clicks on Stonehorn, and that's kind of all that matters. So attack, attack, and then pass the turn. I don't want to deck myself either, so like I don't really care about... Well, let's see. Blink Stonehorn. Blink Eternal Witness. Get back Path, because I don't really care about anything else. Just don't want to discard. All right, so opponent is not... They failed to find a land. We did target Stonehorn. Stonehorn has Summoning Sickness. They wilted... What? They cycled Wilt. think I might make a Soulherder this turn. Yeah, just force that. Not sure what I'm thinking about here. Okay. Okay, this is gonna be pretty cool to watch. So you guys, buckle up. Ready to see maybe the biggest Soulherder we've ever seen? Certainly has to be approaching it. Let's just be sure to get rid of that Sire of Insanity before I forget. Makes the Soulherder a little bigger, doesn't really matter here. Don't have trample or anything. Okay, all good. Opponent has conceded the game. 39-39 Soulherder, almost 40-40. Well, it's creature combo that we can't really interact with too much. It's like ETB creature combo, sort of like inverter. Blue-black inverter combo, but we managed to get there, I guess. Opponent kept 7 this game as well. Both of my first 2 opponents have 3 trophies, which is interesting. I wonder if that guy got the 3 trophies playing that Gyruda deck. Oh, hang on. Let me try to fix my stupid camera. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to end the stream and then start again. So for those of you who want to rejoin me, you should get pinged, I guess, when I'm live again. So